the meaning of ahadith. He said that giving the right meaning to the quotation of the Prophet, to all of these imaginational endeavors, this is something that we cannot understand without being chosen by God to come to the right understanding. Otherwise, as you said, misleading is in our way. And then, this is the starting point of the Surah Yusuf. In the end, when all of those things happens, and when the father finally came while Yusuf is the king, and then he invited his father to sit down on the throne and said, وَرَفَعَ أَبَوَيْهَ عَلَى الْعَرْشِ وَخَرُّوا لَهُ سُجَّدًا. That was the point that the ru'ya was revealed. And when it was revealed, the result was sajda, being submitted to the beauty of that revelation. It was on this point that Yusuf said, وَقَالَ يَا أَبَتِ هَذَا تَأْوِيلُ رُؤْيَاي. It was in this point that Yusuf told his father, this is the real meaning of what I saw in the dream. Ain al-Ghuzat want to say to us that look at this process. When Yusuf saw the dream, he revealed it while it was not ripe. It was not the time for them to be revealed. But we need that process. All of these endeavors and hard things happened to Yusuf. All of these tests. And it was after that test that the real meaning of that ru'ya comes. So in fact, Yusuf, the Quran wants to say that, revealing that dream, that understanding, that mystical understanding of the sajda, of the stars and the moon, that was not on the time. To be ripe for that, you need to go all of it through. And this is the recommendation of Ahlul Bayt for us, that they recommend us, okay, it is allowed, we encourage you to go to all of these intellectual endeavors, but don't come to judgment so quickly. Because as the dream of Yusuf, when it was not at the time, that would create problem. But if in the end, when you are coming out successfully out of that ru'ya, then وَقَالَ يَا أَبَتِ هَذَا تَأْوِيلُ رُؤْيَاي. Then Ain al-Ghazal telling us that to come to this stage, this is a very difficult stage. You mean, you leave yourself free to fly in that realm of imaginational understanding, artistic understanding of the revelation. But to come to the real light, you need Narullah al-Muqada allati tattali'u ala al-af'idah. In the first level of understanding of the Quranic verse of this is negative. Because this fire is the fire for the people of the hell in the first level of understanding. But if you come to this realm, then it will be another understanding. This is Narullah al-Muqada, a fire flamed by God, tattalu ala al-afida, which will grasp your hearts. It is after this that kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut is understandable. In the Quran we have, each soul will taste death. This taste comes after that fire which comes to your heart to burn you. If you're burned, then you can taste the death. first of all, in the first layer of understanding, tasting this death is a negative for us. Because when we say that everybody is going to death, to die, this is something that it is negative. We think that why it should be like that. As the fire of Narullah al-Mughata, that in the first stage it is negative. But when it comes to transcendental stage, then that tasting of death, of dying, is for your perfection. Otherwise, you cannot understand what does it mean when we say كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. If you go through this understanding, then your earth, the place you live in, earth, is different. يوم تبدل الأرض غير الأرض. Look, it's a good example. يوم تبدل الأرض غير الأرض is a Quranic verse describing the day of Akhirah, the day of judgment. And that day, you have another earth. You have another environment of living. That would not be the same earth that you are working now. He says that if you in your life, if within your life, before going through that physical death, if you die by yourself through this fire, then your living is different. Your environment is different. يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضُ غَيْرُ الْأَرْضِ. Another, you are living in another kind of earth after understanding that. And this is the reason that the Prophet said, مَنْ مَاتْ فَقَدْ قَامَتْ قِيَامَتُهُ. The qiyamah of every soul is when you die. So, if you die deliberately, if you receive that fire before your physical death, then your qiyamah starts. This is a mystical understanding that people could be in their qiyamah while living, because the condition man mata faqad qamat qiyamatuh, the condition that our qiyamah starts is that we should die. What is that process of death? This is what the Prophet explained for us in another quotation, saying that mutu qabla an tamutu, die before your death. If you die before your death, you will have your qiyamah before that qiyamah. Because man mat faqad qamat qiyamatuh. This is the place that Jalaluddin Rumi explained for us. What does it mean? Marg pish az marg amnasti fata. I recite in Persian for those who want to have some trace. مرگ پیش از مرگ امنست ای فتا، این چنین فرمود ما را مصطفی، گفت موتو کلکم من قبل ان یأتی الموت تموتو بالفتن. This is the secret of the quotation of the Prophet when he said that die before your death. Because after you die, you will lose all restrictions. All of these restrictions which put limit to your understanding. باد تندست و چراغم ابتری، زو بگیرانم چراغ دیگری، همچو عارف کو از آن ناقص چراغ، شمع دل افروخت از بحر فراق، تا که روزی این بمیرد ناگهان، پیش چشم خود نهد آن شمع جان. This is the secret, because there is a strong wind coming and we have only one candle. The wind will kill the fire of the candle. But if you put this flame to a bigger source of fire, then the wind will intensify that rather than to kill it. And then, this is the meaning of Ba'ath, of Qiyamah, for mystics, for Urafa. Let me tell you something. When I come to Jalaluddin Rumi, it's better not to go there because I will not finish Ainul Quzat. Leave it Rumi for another time. Get out of yourself. This is the teaching. He said that to go through that stage of death, to see your Qiyamah, because we say Yawm al-Qiyamah in terminology of religion, the day of judgment. While on that period, we don't have day and night like now. We said in the Quran, we say Yawm al-Qiyamah, because Yawm, the day, it means that everything is clear. Everything is not in the darkness. When you have Qiyamah, then all secrets will be revealed for you. And Ainul Ghazat ask help from the quotation of Jesus the Christ, Masih, peace be upon him. He said that لا يدخل الملكوت السماوات من لم يولد مرتين. It's a quotation from Jesus, said that nobody can enter the realm of Malakut, of the reality of the universe, unless he is born twice. You should be born twice. One birth, we have our one birth. Then we die. But with this stage, we cannot reach to the Malakut. We should die another time within this life. Therefore, we cannot reach that level to be born twice. This is Jalaluddin Rumi said that چون دوم بار آدمی زاده بزاد پای خود بر فرق علتها نهاد. Only you can defeat our mental disease, intellectual disease, if you are reborn. If you have another birth, then you can defeat. يعلم السر في السماوات والأرض. The mirror of يعلم السر في السماوات والأرض will become the book of his life. أبدانهم في الدنيا. This is a quotation of Imam Ali. أبدانهم في الدنيا وقلوبهم في الآخرة. Mean that this is the meaning of the Imam Ali is saying that. He said that they are living in this life, but their heart has met the Qiyamah. The mirror of يعلم السماوات والأرض will become the book of his life. When past the يوم تبدل الأرض, arriving at غير الأرض, we will go through from this environment of living to another one. Here we come to the correct understanding when the Prophet said that رَعَى قَلْبِي رَبِّي, who said أَبِيتُ عِنْدَ رَبِّي يُطْعِمُنِي وَيُسْقِينِ. I am living close to my God while I'm receiving food, meaning being nourished spiritually by Him. فَأَوْحَى إِلَىٰ عَبْدِهِ مَا أَوْحَى. He revealed to his servant the Prophet what was revealed. This is the nourishment which the Prophet received. Then Ainul Ghazal quotes from Imam Ali. He said that مَا نَظَرْتُ فِي شَيْءٍ إِلَّا وَرَأَيْتُ اللَّهَ فِي. Ali said that I have never seen anything without seeing God in it. You can see Tamhidat in this page, the explanation. I don't want to go through. Of course, there's some other version of this quotation. Here, to explain this, when Imam Ali said that when I look at anything, because I have already my qiyamah. I'm living in this world, but I am abdanahum fil dunya wa qulubuhum fil akhirah. But I now got the vision after passing through that stage. From aql, I come to the visionary side. Ay Ali ki jumla aql dide. Perhaps one of the best beautiful piece of literature to explain this is what is narrated from Imam Hussein in his famous praying in the day of Arafah just before Hajj. I think it is good explanation. He said that Irahi taraddudi, there is some mistake in typing. Irahi taraddudi fil athar yujibu bu'd al-mazar. Oh God, if you want to leave me alone, to go from this effect of you to that sign of you, to that sign of you, to have all of this search to find you, okay, I will go through, but that will prolong my journey, and I'm not patient for that. I want to fly quickly. فاجمعني عليك بخدمة توصلني إليك. Therefore, I am asking God, you, to give me some way of serving you that will shorten my way to you. كيف يستدل عليك بما هو في وجوده مفتقر إليك. How can somebody whose existence, whose being, the very being of him, is dependent on your will, how can this dependent item can argue to understand you over? How can I philosophically arrange an argument to embrace by knowledge toward the one which embraces me? أيكون لغيرك من الظهور ما ليس لك حتى يكون هو المظهر لك. Is there any sign of your manifestation that is different from you? How can differentiate between your manifestation and you? حتى هو المظهر لك. How can this item, which is your manifestation, should be differentiated from you to be helped to understand you? متى غبت حتى تحتاج إلى دليل يدل عليك. Show me where is the place that you're not there so that I look for you. When we are looking for something, means that here, that thing is not. To find it, you should look here, 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 here. But can I find anywhere that you're not there? Then what is the meaning of searching? ومتى بعدت حتى تكون الآثار هي التي توصل إليك. And how can I describe you to be distant? To be distant from me, so that I find signs of you to help me to reach you. You are with me. Are you distant from me? عميت عين الله تراك. I wish blindness for any eye who doesn't see you, who doesn't have this vision. Again, this refers to the Quranic verse about وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَخَسِرَتْ لَا تَرَاكَ عَلَيْهَا رَقِيبًا. Blindness be for those eyes who doesn't see you witnessing, supervising by existence over all. فخسرت صفقة عبد لم تجعل له من حبك نصيبا. And how can I describe the stage of losing for those who are not the flame of your love? إلهي أمرت بالرجوع إلى الآثار. Oh God, you instructed me to refer to your signs, to see you. فارجعني إليك بكسبة الأنوار وهداية الاستبصار. No, I am not patient for that. Please refer me to some kind of guidance that I can see you. I can see you. Not I can argue to find you. Till the end. Okay, if I want to go through these things, I will not find to have time. Let's go through all of the, is good thing, but I should. بئس مطية الرجل. Okay. ولو أنهم صبروا حتى تخرج إليهم لكان خيرا. I think I don't have time to. How much do I have time?
You don't have any time.
Huh?
You don't have any time.
No? Oh. Okay. Can you give me 10 minutes or not?
10 minutes. Yeah.
I forget about all of it. But the most artistic and beautiful understanding of Ain al-Razat is his understanding of shaitan. And this is a very dangerous discussion, if I want to put. Shall I go?
Yes.
Will you let me? I don't know. You know, this is a very big question in the cosmology of the Muslims. How can we explain the existence of evil and devil in their life? The problem of shar, of evil. How I can explain why God created badness at all? And if we think that existence is equal to being and beauty is equal to existence, so everything which exists is beautiful, and Adam, non-existence, is meaningless. If non-existence does not exist, then why badness exists? This is a very difficult question. In the Quranic language, Islamic philosophers discuss this problem philosophically, but finally, mystics try to find some way to explain that. Because shaitan is deceiving all of us toward bad thing, then why God created shaitan? Why there is any shaitan? How can we get rid of him? Can we? According to the Quran, no, we cannot. Why? Because in the Quran we say that when shaitan disobeyed God to make sajda, then he was sent out, he was rejected. But when he received the instruction, فَخْرُجْ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الصَّاغِرِينَ, go away, you are rejected, you disobeyed. But Shaitan didn't stop here. He said that فَأَنذَرْنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ, then let me be here and do my job forever. And God said, إِنَّكَ مِنَ الْمُنذَرِينَ, agreed. He signed. So Shaitan received an instruction from God that he has a permanent post in this bureau of the world. In the management of the world, he has got a permanent post. No one can dismiss him. Even prophets cannot dismiss him. He's there. We cannot kill him. Because God gave him this permanent post. According to the Quran, it said that إِنَّكَ مِنَ الْمُنْذَرِينَ. After that, then Shaitan said, okay, now I will do this. فَبِعِزَّتِكَ لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ till the end. I don't want to go through that if I have time over. But, so, what does this mean? This means that to manage this world, this life, we cannot wish to kill Shaitan. We cannot get rid of deficiency in life. The design of the world is so that we are bound to have deficiency. 100% efficiency is not possible. Even those who study science, they know that in the second principle of thermodynamics, you said that you cannot create a machine working with only one source. You should have loss. And you have the situation of entropy and enthalpy and all of these things. However, that's a scientific expression of the same thing. But Shaitan is there, is with us. And Ain al-Ghazat and people like Ahmad Ghazali and Jalaluddin Rumi, they want to say that. This is the crucial point. Please listen. If you look at the existence of Shaitan in micro level, it is ugly. You should curse him. But in the macro level, in the whole system of universe, that is not ugly, that's beautiful. Because otherwise, this machine will not work. This is that he has, and no prophet can claim that they will dismiss Shaitan from this post, because this has been given to him by God. Whatever they can say is to control it. And the Prophet said, Shaytani amana biyadi. He doesn't say that I killed Shaitan. He's there. But I came to term with Shaitan. With me, he cannot, he came to the realm of Iman. Oh, these are very dangerous sentences. I don't want to go through. Because there is a saying from Hallaj, ما صحت الفتوة إلا لإبليس وأحمد. Said that nobody deserves chivalry except Iblis and Ahmad and the Prophet. Chivalry. So why Shaitan is in the stage of Fatawah? In the macro level. You can see this discussion in detail in Mirsad al-Ibad to describe this hadith, this saying. And al-Ghazal quote by Yazid. Bayazid asked Shaitan, why did you disobey? Shaitan said it was an order for test, not for obedience. He said that the instruction God gave me to make sajda, it was to test me, not to obey. Your dark position is because of it. And Bayazid told that your la'na, your dark position, because you are cursed, is because this disobedience. And Shaitan said that keep silent. Agreement and disagreement are either between two opposite or two similar. None of them is true to God. Because God does not have any opposite, does not have any similar. ليس كمثله شيء. Who dares to agree or disagree? Shaitan said that. Who dares to agree or disagree? Is it still hope his rahmah? I still hope his rahmah. Shaitan said, I still hope his rahmah. But rahmah is conditioned by taqwa. By as it said, but the condition of receiving rahmah is taqwa. And you didn't have. And Shaitan said, keep silent. Only who does not know the end of affairs offers condition which is meaningless for God who knows everything. When somebody suggests a conditional proposition because he doesn't know the end, for example, I'll tell you that if you come to this class, I will give you grade. This conditional. Any conditional statement means that I don't know whether you come or not. So I put forward a condition. But I know that you come or not. What does that condition mean? And then Ayn al-Ghazal said, discussed about the meaning, مَا مِن نَبِيٍّ وَلَا رَسُولٍ إِلَّا إِذَا تَمَنَّى عَلَقَ الشَّيْطَانِ فِي أُمْنِيَّتِهِ. And then finally I put end to my discussion of that. And Ghazal said that somebody saw Shaitan in the dream. And he said that, do you want that instead of la'na that you receive from God? Because in the Quran we have فَإِنَّ عَلَيْكَ لَعْنَتِي. God said to the Shaitan, my curse for you. But in the case of Prophet, God says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَمَلَائِكَتَهُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَى النَّبِيِّ. The salat, the salat of God, salawat of God is for the Prophet. And the salutation. And somebody asked Shaitan, look, you received for la'na, curse from God. And the Prophet received salutation. Do you wish that instead of receiving la'na, God give you salutation as well? That people salute you? Shaitan said, no, I don't want that. Because that salutation was exceptionally given to the Prophet. And this la'na is exceptionally given to me. No one had this. Therefore, he said that this ya, la'nati, my curse. He said that this ya of la'nati is what makes me drunk forever. Because God gave me this. He doesn't give to anyone. Therefore, I don't change it with anything. Because through that, I received the stage of Tawheed. Here, Ayn al-Ghazal want to conclude something, is that you curse Shaitan. We try to get rid of him in action, in our actions. But this does not imply that the universe, that the badness is original in universe. We do not have any shadow, any badness originally in the universe. Even the parameter of Shaitan is positive when you say cosmologically, when you see it. Just exactly like the loss of your engine. You know that when you use fuel to change energy to work in your machine, Carnot, the famous scholar of physics, he has a principle said that if somebody want to design a machine with 100% efficiency, the machine will stop. To be able to work, you should have deficiency. Like us, if we only eat and do not have loss, we will die. We should have loss.